Going live. Brutal day on the charts. We work on betting on matches indoors. All right, I'm trying to get this done today. Don't know if I'm gonna, but we're gonna try. Put it in Telegram. Yes, sir. Okay. Oh, just saw that. Gonna have that meeting with the U.S. and China in a couple hours. Man, what a day! So this morning I spent about 5 hours working on the prediction markets. So got a lot done, but we still didn't see what we wanted to see yet, which is having the sidebar open up for people to be able to vote. But while working through it, we worked through a lot of different questions, such as how things should work, what they shouldn't do, what we shouldn't do, should and shouldn't do rather, um, what's not allowed, all that kind of stuff. So I had to cut that short and run some errands. And there were some bugs here. Okay. And when I left, that's where we were at. We had some bugs. So I'm going to basically just pick up where we left off and run this thing again. We got a lot done, though. We created a wallet where you can send funds to so that you can bet on matches. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. And that works fine. If I go to my profile, I can see my wallet balance and activity. Oh, it looks like it did. When I voted, it took. That's awesome. When I voted, it took a Soul Wars out of my ledger balance, which is perfect. Okay, so that's good to see. So that part did work. All right. So what we wanted to basically have happen was, let me hook this thing up to chat here. We'll hook it up there and connect. We'll connect Restream too. Why not? There we go. So all that's connected. And I'm going to open up my debug console too, which has been running all day. And click on launch. What's up, Shadow? GM. So on the right hand side, I'm gonna have this thing up and down a lot. So don't worry about joining and all that stuff. On the right hand side, we set up a rotating info display here, where it's going to scroll back and forth between instructions and leaderboard. The first thing I'm going to do is click join. So that throws me into the game. And then what's going to happen is that it doesn't let anybody vote for anybody, but it puts a number next to your name. Okay? Until somebody types in bet in the chat, because a lot of people aren't going to be interested in this. Just like, the big ballers, in crypto world, going to be interested in this. So let me type this again, bet. Okay. So the message came in, and that indicated that I have interest in doing betting. Okay. So now when the match starts, and let's join from Twitch. What's up, Late for Nothing? Joining in from Twitch, and my character there is named Sauron. So now I have 2 players up on the board. So basically I can resume the countdown, and what should happen is that when it gets down to 0, not Cruiser. It's totally not Cruiser. I don't know who Cruiser is, but it's totally not Cruiser. This is going to be up and down because we're basically doing some live coding tonight to get this feature working. When the countdown gets down to 0, it will recognize that somebody has indicated that they have interest in doing a betting. So it should bring us to a voting round. So now I could type a command in, which is not on the screen yet. Well, there is some. I could type in like bet one 100. So I'm going to say bet one. I'm going to bet that I or Nibbleyak will win. I'm going to put 100 tokens on it. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been trying to get rid of the Clash of Clans tag, but this is a 24-hour auto battler that I'm building. There is going to be a Clash mode in it. I'm not sure why I assigned it, but I've been trying to take it off for 2 weeks now. It's basically is going to be a 24-hour auto battler that streamers can run. I'm the dev. I'm coding it basically. So this is a match betting where we can basically choose who we think is going to win a match. This is a free-for-all battle royale battle mode. Um, so I did get a message that said I bet 100 on player one. It didn't update anything over here, so that's already like an issue. But next thing I wanted to be able to see is we want to be able to see on the side. I'm looking at my debug console. Gonna look on the side and see, because we should see a list of the players who are in the match, because people should be able to vote until like the last 5 people are alive. Okay, so I'm still not seeing on the right hand side any. What are these match? Not sure what an auto battler is. That's a great question. So as you can see on the screen, I just have some guys running around. They're AI controlled. So these are all heroes that people have created. Like when you clicked join, it created a new hero for you. Put him into the database, create a user for you, and now he's going to be battling 24 hours a day. If you are present, like when the game is running on my stream or on any other streamer's stream, you'll be able to control him a little bit. For example, he's going to go look for loot. He's going to look for food to heal himself. Okay, when people die, they drop some loot and they drop some tokens, and those are crypto tokens that you can go and get from your account later. So yeah, it's a crypto game pretty much, but you can influence your AI and say heal, and that will change his preference briefly to go get healing, or you could say attack to basically have him go attack somebody or run. So some basic stuff. But in the meantime, he's going to be chosen to participate in battles 24 hours a day. So he's going to be out there collecting loot, collecting XP, and then you can go on the website and modify your stats and stuff like that. So we launched this on Friday with the basic features running. It runs on TikTok, YouTube. It's not running on TikTok, but it can. X, Pump Fun, like all the platforms. I'm broadcasting. I'm syndicating across all the different platforms. And we have a custom theme creator where we can create lots of different themes. Like I am going to have animated characters instead of these placeholder guys. But yeah, in this feature that I'm building today is I want people to be able to make a prediction on who's going to win a match. So the first chance that people have to do that is during the join screen when live players are there. This was a placeholder screen that I've had for a few weeks now. This is the second opportunity. No, all that stuff is up. If you go to soulwars.gg, there's a lot of stuff over there. You don't have the ability to claim the auto-created guy yet, but if you create a login over there, if you have like a Phantom wallet or a Sui wallet, you're going to be able to claim your guys this week. So when you did create, you got a special code for him. So the next time you're here and you enter it into the chat on Twitch, because that's where you joined from, it'll claim your guys and bring them to your account. So that's kind of like an easy like claim method that we created. So we're getting to the end here. We've got a few different players. Obviously, we have Ronan, who's out getting some treasure, and he's actually pretty quick. He's got good stats. And there's like strength, coordination, endurance, focus, and health. The spells are not in the game also, but there's mana as well. Yeah, and they're just kind of battling it up. And it looks like Teach going to come third party here, and he's going to probably have this one. And when he dies, he's going to have a chance to go run around and pick up some loot. So, yeah, he's going to have about 10 seconds. He's going to go grab some stuff. And because he's the winner, he gets to keep everything he picked up. If you're not the winner, you keep some of what you picked up. So, okay. Now we have the victory screen that comes up. And I'm looking to see if the match conditions were done. So that's what I'm looking inside my log right now and see. So it recorded the stats for every player. Win match won by eliminations 2. Where's the vote manager? Is it doing anything? After this screen should be the voting results screen. There, it did not come up. Okay, so I still have a little bit of work to do there. And that's why I came live to code. So apologies for the Clash of Clans tag. I don't know why to get that out, but yeah. I'll walk you through basically what's live on the website right now, so you can see. So live on the website right now, you can go create an account through. Right now, you can do it through Phantom Wallet or Sui Wallet, a Slush Wallet. We'll also be able to have regular logins soon, like Google, probably a Twitch login, all of the above. Then when you do that, you'll have your heroes that you can go take a look at and decide how frequently you want them to be able to battle. Nimbleyak has been fighting. He's got some unearned XP. He's got some earned XP that I can go spend. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I want him to win more matches. I want him to do some more damage. So I'm going to actually put a few points into strength. And probably pump up his health directly a bit until it gets too expensive for me to do that. Yeah, I think that looks good. And his strategies, I'm going to try for him to be a little bit more aggressive. And I'm going to ask him to get more loot since he has a little bit more health. And that's probably good. And use the potions that he picks up. So I'm going to save those strategy preferences. So that's just the way the AI will behave. If you interact with chat, you're kind of overriding for a brief time. Otherwise than that, he just plays and plays and plays. So that's what's available on the website right now. And then you can create characters as well. You can look at the battle history, the leaderboards for everybody who's been fighting. We've got, I think, 150 heroes that have been fighting now. But yeah, we started from scratch a little over 4 weeks ago and shipped the first version of the game working in 4 weeks. So that was pretty cool. I'm happy about that. If I look at the #1 player here, Shadow, who actually is in the chat over here in on Pump Fun, and he's been picking up stuff. He's been picking up token. He's been picking up potions, and I'm going to have the claim function handy soon, where he can get these tokens and they'll go to his wallet, and these potions will have their proper icons and stuff. But yeah, he's been earning all this stuff, and it'll all become active for him. He's going to have a huge buttload of potions available to him pretty soon. But yeah, that's kind of the game that I'm building here. And tonight we're working on the prediction market side. So I'm just going to go ahead and reset this here. And I use AI to do a lot of my coding assistance. So that is kind of be what I'm focusing on tonight. Now I'm going to go look way, way back up here for Vote Manager. Vote Manager, initializing session with players. So let's see if they actually did initialize the session with players. Vote players prepared. Way up top. I have a lot of this debug stuff here. Okay, vote players prepared. That's weird. It's not letting me. Let's try it again. Okay, guess I'm going to have to try again. And every now and then I like to go live and code some stuff so people can see some action. They can see some stuff moving around. Because it's fun to work on. I've worked on some titles, like I worked on the Web3 conversion for World of Warcraft. I worked on Lord of the Rings Online and Dungeons and Dragons Online, more on the services team. But I've done a lot of game development and game design over the years. So I like to build on Solana and Sui. I love Sui a lot. They have some crazy features for their blockchain. But okay, so one of the first things that I keep seeing that's not working yet is the marquee system. So I'm going to close this. Well, I should keep this plan open for a little bit. But the marquee manager has not been working. So that's one of the first things I'm going to check out here. And I'm going to bring up my console. I should global marquee manager is initialized. It very happily says that. But it also says it cannot add messages. Okay, so now I can drop down. So I want to be able to add messages. So I'm going to go over here to Pump Fun and connect. So the way that I connect to chats all over the world is here. So I can connect through Pump Fun chat like this. Then if I type something in, it'll be like, it shows up. I said, it shows up. There it is. And same thing for Restream. It's how I can connect to like YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff. I'm going to connect here now. And that way when I type stuff here, it shows up here. So these are commands that kind of can get sent in the game, because this is meant to be a game that you can play on any streaming platform all over the world, which is sick. And I'm going to let any streamer be able to play it. It will actually have different other games too. There's a ghetto theme for this game already called Hood Wars, and I know there's three other themes in creation because we have a whole theme manager. I'm just taking a quick little detour to show. We have a whole theme manager where people can enter in battlefields, the names of them, put in the music for sound effects, all the different player icons. And by the way, I know we started with these guys, but I desperately want to change those up. All the sound effects, the music for different things that happen. We have this whole theme creator that works, and it works really well. All right, so coming back here to the game, I need to be able to connect. So let's do that now. I'm going to automate that soon so I don't have to keep typing that. It should know I'm logged in, so go connect my stuff. Now, if I click F12, I'm going to go ahead and park my debug window off to the right here. There we go. And I'm just going to zoom out a little bit because I want to be able to see these events coming in. So it's the marquee manager was created, but any event that I type in, it should show up. So if I type in join now, that's a valid command. It came in, okay, and then it had a problem. It said original scene is destroyed or inactive, cannot add message. So that's not too cool. It should have showed something across the top of the screen. So this just is not working right. And I'm going to look at marquee manager line 161 to see if I can just figure it out real quickly, because it's not always the best. Where's my marquee system? Marquee manager. Marquee. Here it is. In line 121, if I come down here, stop queue checking. Wait, that's not right. Original scene is 161, line 161. So coming down here, there is no scene yet. Yeah, so that shouldn't be a problem. So get the currently active scene to create text objects. There is a scene. It's instruction scene. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this function. And I'm going to paste the error. This is coming up all the time. A message is supposed to show. Regardless, because the original scene, there is no original scene, regardless of what scene is up. So let's look at the logic. It's saying if it doesn't have a scene, or if the scene is destroyed, or if the scene is not active, show this message. But what is setting the scene? So I'm going to look for something that says this.scene equals. Okay, so that should happen when it gets initialized. So, I mean, it should be happening right here. So if I just do this, it should start putting up messages right away. Marquee manager started queuing checker. Yeah. So what's happening is this does get initialized for every scene. This is the instruction scene. So if I go here and click on here, it should have a Marquee manager your global marquee manager initialized. It should work. The problem is that the add message where it works checks that the original scene is still valid. The original scene should still be valid. Where was it first initialized? So let me look and see where else it's coming. In the preload scene, maybe? No, just this. Oh, I see. I need it to work across scenes, so the timing is a problem. See, I don't know about all that because it actually was working fine until I asked it to add some messages about betting. And now it's useful. It's a very useful little bit of functionality. All right, it says it works. Let's find out. So, yeah, I don't know about that. Start queue checking. So it's later in the day. Unfortunately, AI can be a little wonky. Um, well, I should probably still have another couple hours, but I've noticed that when the day gets on East Coast, AI can be a little funky. Maybe because they're testing things out or it gets really busy, but it kind of does like a half good job. What's up, Frederick? Friedrich? And I can't always switch to Chat GPT, although it's going to be a little bit more accurate. I could switch to Grok and see if it will do better. Yes, solo dev cruiser. Thanks for checking things out, bro. Just had somebody kind of come over it. The stream on Twitch keeps saying Clash of Clans. I haven't figured out how to get rid of that yet. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to get. So he came in to check it out and saw kind of my game. Go to channel. Okay. All right, I could see it going around and around and around in circles. It keeps seeing a problem, trying to fix it, and failing. Oh boy. Nope, stop. Stop, 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 stop. Undo. We're going to go to. Should we try Grok? Let's try here. Let's try Grok next. And see if it gets it right. Headers received. Dun, 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 dun. I love the music too. I create a lot of the music with Suno. All right, so it made a fix here. Okay. It's going to run the linter. The linter runs better. Linter is like checking it to see if you coded anything stupid, like spelled wrong, typed wrong, or whatever. It's like the basic check before it actually compiles stuff. Are you going, bro? Review changes. It must be done. Must be all done. New update available. Let's install the new update and then bring it back up again. I love working on this project. This is one of the most challenging features because there was really a lot to it. A lot of it we already got done. Like we got a vote manager object set up that can handle voting of different kinds. It works through chat. Cursor 2.0. Oh my gosh. Composer 1 is Cursor's new agent model designed for software engineering, intelligence, and speed. Wow. Oh, they have voice input now? I've been waiting for that. Oh, that's crazy. I could do multiple things at one time? Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. This is different. This is very different. New update available. There's hardly a new update. An update for the update. Still a version 2 though. Let's see if it speeds us up tonight or slows us down. I need speed, baby, because I have a huge roadmap worth of stuff to finish, and a point to prove. A massive point to prove. Okay, this looks a little bit better. Okay, so that's interesting. Now the chat window's in the middle. Okay, I got you. And the code window's on the right. Okay. Cool. All right, I guess I just continue on doing what I was doing. Does this work though? I can't wait to try that. Connect to browser, add context, Grok code, cycle agent count. This is crazy. All right, so I was using Grok code. New terminal. Ooh, I don't like that. I want it down bottom. Here's down bottom. All right. Go. Hey, where did all the errors come from? JWT state management. Okay, that's something I'm going to take a look at. What was I? Oh yeah, go into the game. Marquee system. It should initialize now. No valid scene available. Okay. We're gonna have to pick Grok, GPT. Still have this. Oh, let's try the. Okay, we can't do the microphones. So, still have this when loading when the introduction scene is open. Introduction scene is up. Is up. What else was there? Okay, I'm gonna break this out so I can see it over here a little bit better. Where was the marquee manager? Updated scene reference to the active one. No valid scene for checking the timer. All right. Tab to plan. Ooh. This is gonna be fun. I hope it doesn't hang us up. It's really helped me get a lot of stuff done quickly, especially when I need to plan a big feature out. Because these are things. A lot of these things are things that I've coded before in one way or another, so I can really talk to it as if it was an experienced engineer, and try and make sure that I'm being very thorough in describing what it is I want to have done. But I'll always forget something, and then say, "Oh yeah, by the way, you got to do that later." Planning next moves. One, two, three, four, five. Wow, I've noticed that my YouTube channel keeps shutting off. Was there some kind of a notification that I missed? Let me see. Probably. No. Am I live? It says I'm live. Yeah, I guess I'm live. It says I'm not live in this little window, but it keeps coming up and down. I'm looking at the restream window, this one. Okay, I updated the scene validity checks to use scene sys constantly. Which should allow. I've never even seen that reference. So that's kind of a good sign. Let's find out. If this works, we should see stuff start to cross the screen. There it is. All right, I can zoom in now. There's my marquee system. Okay. Finally. This is, it seems like a little silly thing because it's putting up random messages, but it's actually very powerful because of stuff like this. Whatever is up on the screen, we don't, again, you as a user don't have control over what's going on. You only are watching. So if I were to go and type join like this, you don't know if it was registered or not. I'm going to type in join. The Davy queued for next battle. Now you know it got the message, right? Now if I type in, okay, don't type in anything. I'm glad that's working again. Hopefully it works here as well. And because I queued for the next battle, as soon as this scene comes up, we're good to go. I don't see the marquee manager being added here yet. Let's see what happens if I type in bet. Okay, it didn't come up here. Okay, it works now. Now for the introduction scene. Actually, is it supposed to work here? I'm gonna pause this. Processing chat message, and that's in join scene. Voting interest received. So let's go ahead and make sure and see what's going on here. So I'm going to go to join scene here. Voting interest received. Interest event. Event received. Okay, we should actually be adding a message up here. Okay, so let's find out how we're sending marquee messages from here. That's definitely not the way to do that. Okay. That's awful, actually. All right, so I got to fix this a little bit. You got a little sloppy. Why would we do this? Add to chat. Why are we importing show marquee inside a block? Shouldn't it be scoped to the whole scene? The whole file? Is there some advantage to doing this? I mean, if it was trying to kind of treat it like an instance, but still, as a utility function, I don't think that that's kind of cool at all. Yeah, there's no reason to do that. Although it's a dynamic import. So it says there could be a reason. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you can see what I see because it's so fascinating. Just kidding. It's fast. It's pretty good stuff. Oh, I see. It's really thinking hard about this one. Yes. Okay, that's what I was getting at. If I saw this, there's really not, you don't see this very often. Whoops, why did I zoom in? Zoom out. You don't see this very often, and that's importing a function inside a block. Usually it's done here with everything else. See, it already is bringing that one up too. Import show marquee message in clear queue. Whoops. And we're using both of these. So here, here. Okay, we don't want this anymore. Any other places we're using this? No. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do a quick search through my, where's my code? Okay, that's kind of weird. I'd love to start splitting this up into multiple screens. Yeah. Okay, I guess it was only in that one spot. Fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and run it again. I hope I don't get sidetracked by all these little side quests tonight because I really want to finish this feature today. I was talking trash that I was going to have it done today. Okay, so going to game. I'm going to connect here. I'm going to type in bet to indicate that I'd love to bet. Okay, I also need to show the marquee battle interest. Voting interest expressed. Event received. So let's do this. So voting is open. Voting is not open yet. Voting will voting interest expressed. That's fine. That's what I want. We'll keep that. Something a little simple. I don't even have to have joined, by the way. Let's make sure that that works. Voting interest expressed. Perfect. So now everybody can see, oh, it looks like we're going to vote. We're interested in voting. Otherwise, we won't even see that little part. Okay, so that at least is done now. And I haven't seen the sidebar yet. So let's, but at least that part is fixed. So the first thing I want to do, this is actually a little weird, this layout, is I want to save all of these changes because it's a lot. This is the groundwork for side betting. Groundwork. Groundwork. Grond is from Lord of the Rings. Groundwork. Commit. I have 2 unsaved files. What were they? Pray tell. I don't really like this layout that much. Stage changes. I don't need this. I don't need this. Index. Oh, that's 1. And then off. Oh, I didn't need the comments here. So save that and save that. Okay. So let's add that and commit this. That way, no matter what happens, at least I can kind of go back to this this set here. Okay, so we'll get rid of this little window. This is weird because I'm used to just having everything on the screen at one time, and now I have to like toggle it on and off. It would be cooler to spread it across multiple screens. I'm wondering if they're gonna let me do that. Move editor into new window. Oh, I can do that, but now it's all wonky. Okay, I'll try that after. Okay, so that's fine and that worked, but now, okay, when a user votes during the join scene, the percentage indicator does not update. And that should actually have been server based because the server should have processed the vote and then pushed it down to the player on the client. And we are not seeing the side column for player positions yet either. Also, we need to change, we're going to switch to plan mode. We need to change the voting lock to end differently. We no longer want to close off the votes for all users when the countdown is over. We want to leave the voting open until there are only 5 remaining players. So we should see a sidebar of player positions for all joined players. Is it joined players? Can you vote on an AI? When the match begins, that list will only include the joined players at first and any special players. When there are only 20 players left or less, all of those players can become eligible for voting. Now, we decided earlier that that's not fair and that we shouldn't allow that. And let me try and see if I can remember why we said that. I think it was because somebody could join after the match starts, which they can't. These are all still the same players the match started with. Okay. And any user can vote when there are five or less left. When there are five or less left, because we want to show all of them. That's too many. We'll show the last 20 that are remaining. When there are five or less left, the voting then becomes locked. Locked. We also are not yet seeing the voting results scene. Did we make a voting results scene? I had asked for one. Oh, I forgot I have pizza in the oven. Join scene, pre-battle, prediction results scene. Prediction results scene. Yes. All right, so we're going to switch this to plan mode. So it can plan its way out of this. And yeah, we'll keep ChatGPT active because it needs to go through and thoroughly think about this stuff. So after it's done thinking, I'm going to click build and see what kind of plan it comes up with. Then I'm going to click build and let it do its thing while I go have some dinner. It'll let the matches run too. Actually, I think I'll just give my computer a little bit of a break and not run matches for a bit. Oh, it was thinking there for a second. Let's see what it said. I'm in plan mode and need to ask questions. I'll use the plan function after clarifying these questions. I see there are some untracked files that I need to examine. So it's going to go back and look. It has no idea what we talked about today. I should give it some more context. Create PR. That is interesting. So I'm going to give it a little reference because I saved the plan from this morning. Docs, plans, side betting system plan. Here is the plan you came up with earlier. In case it helps. Let's take a quick look at that plan. Scene prediction results. Prediction, make sure it has this here. Yeah, it did have it here. I'm glad I saved that. I was worried this happened. It was such a big feature that it ran out of context. It ran out of context as like what you're telling it that it knows about. And I split this up into a couple different sessions, including rebooted this thing. So I sort of lost track of the conversation, if that makes sense. It is here earlier. Probably here, but it has no, it can't go and look at that. Archive, mark as unread. It can't go back and look at that. So instead, I gave a copy of what it did. I could probably pull some stuff out of there. Yeah, it's really being very thorough. So I'm actually going to take a little break and go grab my dinner. And in the meantime, well, it's going to be coding. In the meantime, I will probably shut down the stream for a few minutes. And I'll be back in a little bit.